Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47 and another episode of Gearbox. I am in Toronto at Headshots. That's behind me. It's kind of like a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for gearheads. And they do rentals here and also sales. I'm in the room that we're going to be doing the workshop in. And we've got a piece of kit here that Matt Vatcher, who was with me for the trade show earlier in the year, that was in May, right? And then we've got another one coming up called Exposure in a couple of weeks or so in October. Somebody actually asked what my classes are there. I'm not doing a workshop. They're 30 to 45 minute presentations on a stage having to do with, what are we doing? Camera movement. I think the Bollywood dancers are coming back.
Dancers are back. Interviews.
That mic is on, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And podcast.
Podcasting. So kind of like this, but workflow from start to finish, all the way to an edited piece with, well, kind of like Gearbox. So, so Scott is over here too, from not Regina, and we have from Camera Motion Research. That's a long name for a company. I'm going to call it CMR. This is the Blackbird, which some of you guys may have heard of. And Matt, I'd say you're kind of a fan. I'm not really a huge fan of the Merlin, and this definitely feels a lot better than that, right? You think? You're not saying? No opinions. Wow, okay. So I'll tell you what I like about it. We got a 60D on here right now, and there's two levels on here. And essentially what you can do is you can just dial in on two axes exactly where you want this thing to sit. It also has a plate that can move back and forth. So there's pretty fine adjustment. And then down here at the bottom, can you see this? I don't know, can you see it? You can change the center of gravity here. So when you're using lighter camera systems, you can drop this down. You can put more weights on here. Maybe if you're using a heavier camera, well, it all just depends on the camera system. But this one feels pretty good all the way down at the bottom here, giving a little bit of weight to this 60D. And you basically just dial it in so that the bubbles are level. And then you're going to go ahead and operate this. We're actually going to go ahead and cut to a little footage that Matt has yet to shoot, but is about to, and then you're going to see it in this. We've got a little 15 millimeter fisheye on the 60D. That's going to effectively be like a 24 millimeter as far as angle of view or how much it sees the world. And great to use wider lenses when you're on a Steadicam. The movement of the rig, and yes, it's, you know, we call it a Steadicam movement even though this is not officially a Steadicam from Tiffin, because it's kind of like Band-Aids or Velcro. It's just always been called now Steadicam, no matter who makes it. But if you do, you know, use something like this and you fly the camera, it's not about shallow depth of field. It's generally about deep depth of field, wider lenses, stopping that lens down, and then having that movement of the camera flying. So reasonably priced. In Canadian dollars, it's about $750
For the full kit.
For the full kit. It's got different plates and weights, and you can kind of adjust this thing so that if you wanted to use a larger camera system or a smaller, you could. I probably wouldn't go much larger than something like an FS100 on here. You could, but then you start to look at going into vest-based systems. Is there a vest-based system for this? Does it have anything that you can go in? So there is no vest-based. So at that point, maybe you start to look at something like the GlideCam series or something like that. That's what I got for you. I'm going to set up for this workshop tomorrow. Hopefully shoot one on Sunday from the workshop, and I'll see you guys next time on Gearbox.